right, the day's almost upon us. It is almost Christmas. How's it going, John?
It's time for holidays, Will. It's time to get down and enjoy the Christmas spirit and all the holiday feasting we can do.
And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about on this week's episode of the Edible Valley podcast.
Welcome to the Edible Valley podcast.
We want to invite you as we embark on a culinary journey through the heart of Vancouver Island
From the fertile fields,
to the pristine waters of the Pacific Ocean.
we'll explore the stories behind the food that nourishes us.
Tune in to each episode as we deep dive into the flavors, the traditions, and the innovations that make this a true paradise.
Now, please join us as we explore our Edible Valley.
So, hello. It's great to be back in Jet FM studios in downtown Courtenay. It is, we are getting there. We are finally in December. The weather's got cold. The nights are certainly drawing in. The Christmas lights are going up everywhere. What do you reckon, John?
You know what? And you're about to head off here. You're going home for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I'm going off in just a couple of days. I'll be gone for 6 weeks to the UK, and I'm very excited to see my family. We're going for so long that I actually bought a car.
Really?
Yes. So instead of going to the Alamo rent-a-car at Heathrow Airport, I need to drive to the town of Staines and find a car dealership and ask for a man called Ravi. And he's got my £250 deposit, but has he got my car?
Sounds like an adventure right
It's
there.
going to be a good laugh. It's going to be fun. An adventure is what it definitely will be. So, there's lots to talk about. I mean,
It sounds like we're going to have a really good podcast when you get back. And we can chat about all the great times and the great meals you had there.
I'm going to turn into a fish and chip.
Are you?
I think.
Smothered in brown sauce and all that.
Oh, no. I'm not in that camp, John. So, I mean, this is the biggest eating event of the year, isn't it?
You know what? For people, it's time to get together. The weather's cold. There's not much you can do. I mean, there's lots of sports here in the Comox Valley, whether you want to go skiing. Hopefully our snow hill will be opening up soon, But really, what else is there to do than to get together with family and share food and share the bounty of the harvest and just appreciate the season?
Well, I just imagine what they do in Australia when the days are really long and it's really hot. I almost want to try it out. Or, anywhere in the Southern Hemisphere.
You know what? I like the way you're going with that.
It would be really weird. But I mean, let's be honest, it makes it extra special. The days have drawn in. I think the shortest day this year is 23rd of December, just a couple of weeks' time.
Right.
And then days start getting longer again, which is the first sign that the end is upon us. But
That's
actually, we're going into the deep freeze.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, I thought this was great because we did this recently at the farmers market back in November. We did our back to basic. Right. And so every year we go in there and we do a cooking demonstration.
Nice.
So we're always trying to show off to the community what things you can use in the market, and what different recipes you can try with it. And so, God, we must have about a couple hundred, probably almost 200 recipes binder that's sitting there. Because Twyla, every time we come in there, she gets all the recipes. They're all up online, so you can go back. I think recipes go back to, I'm looking at here, November 2016.
So the idea is to show you recipes you can make with stuff that's available at this time of year?
At this time of year, at the market, so all these great vegetables, all the great proteins that are out there. And of course, this year, we were thinking about it, what do we do? We're just coming up on the holidays. So let's do a turkey dinner, right? And it's something we've never done before. A lot of times we've done root vegetables or squashes, So this one we were like, hey, let's actually get into doing the full meal.
That's actually a really good point because I honestly, sometimes we don't go off season because we're slightly worried there's not going to be enough stuff to buy. But I mean, that's clearly not true in the Comox Valley. And that's not that there is things to buy, but the book helps you to kind of hone in because there's less.
That's right.
Is that right?
Well, it's a little bit. And you know what? Here's the big thing with the market is that we need to support our market.
Mm,
I know
well,
sometimes
yeah,
people say
I
it's
couldn't agree more.
expensive, but you know what? It's like, it's not about buying the carrot today. It's about buying the carrot tomorrow. You know, it's like keeping these farmers here, because if we don't have this food here now, we're not going to have it here in the future.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not asking everyone to go down there, and I sure don't do it as I spend, but I do like to go down to the market. I do like to go to the farmers and buy a good sample of foods just to try them, to experiment them. And you know what? Like buying greens at the market, they may be a little bit more expensive. At this time of year, not really much more expensive at all, but they last 10 times the amount of time. So
they do. There's so much fresher.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think they do cost that much more.
And it's one of those, it's in the mindset when you're in there sometimes that you see this bag of greens and you're like, you know, it's $5, but then you go in, you get a head of lettuce and it's $4. But then by the time you clean it down and wash it all up, there's going to be less product than what in that bag that's all cleaned and ready for you. So,
100%.
And it's not going to be as nutritious, and it's definitely not going to last as long. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, and you could argue that it's, you know, your healthcare costs are going to be a lot less if you're eating stuff that's so fresh.
Huge advantages. But I understand, like, we're all on budgets, so we have to figure out where we're going to spend our money.
Yep, 100%.
So, and it's one of those tricky things. And so buying just a couple things from the market every so often, it's just going to keep that going, right? And we're going to keep that market there all the time.
And we're very lucky to have it.
And so that's why we had Christmas down there. And that's why we wanted to go down and work on these holiday dishes. So it was a lot of fun. Basically, I'm going to tell you the menu that we did. So we had full turkey. So the big deal was like breaking down a turkey because we want to show you how to save some time.
Great. Okay.
Right. And I know we've talked about this before because we've done it. I think we do a podcast every year about the holiday seasons. And I think we did about cranberry last year. So this year it was like breaking down the turkey into a galantine, right? So we basically...
What is that?
So basically what we did is we deboned the entire turkey. So we went down, we actually started from the back, split it open, and put it into two halves without any of the bones inside. So we took the legs out there, basically broke it all down, took the tendons out there, and then we took some sausage that Chef Renaud had actually put together, and we rolled and tied these, and then rolled them in tinfoil, baked them in the oven just till they were just cooked all the way through, so the right temperature, pulled everything off, browned it up a little bit to get that nice crispness, turned the oven up a little bit just to get the nice crisp glow to it, and then sliced them, and they were just absolutely perfect. So if you go on to the North Vancouver Island Chefs Association site, you can see all the food that we did and what was going on. So that was one of the dishes we did. We also made a bunch of stuffing. So Chef Leslie Stav, she went in and did some stuffing. We did both a gluten-free stuffing as well as a traditional stuffing.
Nice.
So it was very vegetables, lots of nuts in it, hazelnuts in there, of course, from Amara Farm, our good friend there. And then Alder Lane Bakery, we got some bread from them. And I'm blanking on the name of the gluten-free bakery, but the one from the farmer's market right there. So we had all of that. It was just absolutely...
The one that always has the massive queue outside it.
That's right. So we did that, and that was sort of like the two staples that went with it. And then I jumped in and did a bunch of vegetables up. And so I was really blessed because I had a bunch of our students from North Island College came down. So I had 2 the level 3 students with us, and then I had one of my level 1s there with us. So they got to experience and they got to work with Chef Renaud and Chef Leslie to actually produce some of these products and chop up vegetables. So it was neat because part of what we were doing there is a demonstration. So Chef Renaud actually took the turkey out and was showing everyone how to properly pull it apart, what cuts to make, what to be looking for that oyster on the back of the turkey so that you got every piece of meat, and then how to properly hold your knife, what kind of boning knife to use, right? As he was like, I like a knife that's very firm, but just a little bit of flex, and that way it's not going to slip on you, yet you got a chance to get close to the meat and the bone and just make some really nice cuts. So.
And part of that is good practice.
It is a lot of practice and taking your time, yeah.
Because, I mean, I've tried filleting a fish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all right at it actually now.
Right.
But I've only probably done about 15. But a lot of it is knife skills. As you say, getting close to the bone. But it's about getting a kind of a feel for it, isn't it? When you go along, getting an idea, a feeling of it. I don't know, it's difficult to describe.
Yeah.
And it's fun. I'm not particularly good at it.
Yeah, well, it's learning to know the difference between cutting through the flesh and then cutting against a bone, right?
Right,
So,
okay.
and that's the art, right? Is being able to be right against that bone so you get every last piece of meat so you don't lose anything.
So what was Chef Renaud Carl doing there?
What's that?
It's always great to see him popping up.
It was always great. Well, he was our turkey person, right?
Wow.
So he did the turkey, and the best part about this is that we did the turkey, we did all the vegetables. I'll get onto that in a minute. But we cooked off one of the turkeys, and we actually sliced it all up, and so we had a little turkey, some stuffing. We put some roasted vegetables on there, some braised cabbage, and we were able to send that out, and people got samples of the turkey. And it was just absolutely gorgeous. And the demonstration one that we did, we rolled and we froze it, and they're going to use it as a draw. I believe in a week or so, on the 15th, they're going to be pulling out for that turkey for a draw who it goes home with. So
fantastic.
yeah, so it's one of those giving back to the community, one of those things that we do with the Culinary Association, right?
Nice.
So we're always having fun. Yeah, so that was kind of the turkey was the big show. And then I filled up, and just to get things going, went over to our friends at Shamrock Farm, and they're so generous.
Yeah, love them.
You know what? They gave us some kalettes. They gave us so I took some, the kalettes that we've talked about a dozen times, right?
Yeah.
Those little bundles of kale, right? And I just roasted them in the oven with a little salt and pepper and oil.
Beautiful.
Just beautiful. And then pulled them out there, squeezed a little bit of fresh lemon juice on top.
Nice.
Some fresh ground hazelnuts, and then finished with a little bit of nutritional yeast.
Oh, perfect.
So they had this
What a miracle.
nice crunch.
Yeah.
Kind of had this nice sweet and that, that nice, I don't even know how to describe nutritional yeast. It's kind of like that Parmesan-y taste, but it's like.
Yeah, it's very difficult without saying something about cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, exactly. Slightly Parmesan-y, I guess the texture.
The texture, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, that was our first little sent out. And then, of course, we did a hot glaze. I got to talk about the braised cabbage because this blew my mind too.
Really?
Yeah.
The braised cabbage blew your mind?
Braised cabbage, and that's a strange one, right? But I got I was talking from Jessica from Heavenly Libations, and I was like, I'm trying to figure out something to do for today. I need to do cabbage. I was like, what? She's like, this is cabbage season. And she's like, I hate it. I never know what to do with cabbage at this time of year, right? Like, you can shred it up and do a coleslaw, or cook it down a little bit. But she's like, I don't really know any really good recipes. So I sort of sat there and I was looking at her and I was like, is that a cranberry apple shrub? And she's like, yeah, we just started making this one. And I was like, and we've got a little bit of chutney that we're going to do with it as well. Like, all the excess cranberries from the shrub, she makes into chutneys out of it. So there's like zero waste on this product, which is amazing. Anyway, so I take a little bit of shrub, take some fresh leeks, saute those down, throw some of my thinly sliced cabbage in there, lightly saute that down, and then add the shrub in there just to reduce down a little bit. And it's got because it's got that bit acidity, that sort of vinegary taste to it, that light vinegary taste to it, and then the sweet apple and cranberry, it just made the cabbage come to life.
Oh,
and it was
made it pop.
It just made it pop. And I was like,
great.
I think this is like my little trick is an apple cranberry shrub cabbage.
That's a great trick. And all those flavors as well.
All those flavors,
And who would have thought it? You do. Cabbage is probably the thing that I see in a shop, and I just don't know what to do with it. Back in the day, it was just chuck a load of gravy over it. But that's a great suggestion. But now that broccoli's cool and everyone loves broccoli suddenly,
it's time to make cabbage cool again.
It's time to make
Well, and I find cabbage is one of those things that's coming into a lot more salads, right?
Right.
It's very heavy, and as long as you slice it very thin, right, it's a little bit more palatable. Especially tacos is amazing.
Really?
Like doing a nice pulled pork with a little cabbage slaw on there or something like that.
So you just take away the density, essentially, by just shaving it very thin.
Yeah, and that's where I get that really nice texture to it.
Quite good value as well. You're not talking many bucks to get a decent cabbage.
Of course. No.
So, I mean, if you're shaving it quite thin, it's going quite far as well.
Oh, yeah. So you've got a great product to work with there.
Yeah.
Then I worked on, and I got we did a roasted squash, carrot, and beet with a hot honey glaze.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work that. Very nice. Okay.
Yeah. So Sarah from Pendleton Farm up in Black Creek. So I got a beautiful candy squash from her.
Okay.
There's another name in there, and I'm blanking on it right now.
There are so many types of squash.
This is huge, long, spherical squash that I got from her. So we cut that one up, cleaned it all up, cubed it up with the carrots, the beets, and then we took a little hot sauce from the Cure tossed everything together with a little bit of butter and salt and pepper.
Wow.
And then just roasted it in there. So it had a little bit of spice to it, a little bit of heat, as well
beautiful.
as the sweetness that went along with the squash. So it was a little bit surprising because you're like, hey, I got a little kick of heat in here.
Nice.
But the sweetness sort of just balanced out. And with the squash, it just was a really, really nice dish.
Oh, it sounds absolutely gorgeous.
So these are the things that I want. So I'm hoping that people can, I'd love to hear some recipes from people about their favorite Christmas dishes or holiday dishes that they're using at this time of year.
Yeah, share your family secret. You don't need to give away the whole thing. A lot of people have these kind of distant bits of paper with notes on them and they create something amazing. My nan and granddad's was a pastry pizza and it would always be left in the oven when you get home from a long vacation and it would be, oh, is there a pizza? Yeah, and they took that to the grave, by the way. Now, but do you have anything that you can you don't even have to tell us the whole recipe, just roughly what it is and what makes it so good. And also we're interested in the memories that are tied to that thing. What does that mean to you when you taste that?
Yeah, because I think this is the time to share. I can think about how many amazing meals I've had with my families over the years. And it's always around this time, and you always remember all those good desserts and good turkeys, and even the failed turkey experiences are always a fun story to go down, right?
I mean, I guess I'm the man of the house now. I didn't realize it until literally until someone says, well, there's the turkey, there's the knife, fill your boots.
Time to get down.
I'm like, you must be joking.
Well, this is you maybe need to teach you how to debone a turkey properly.
I like eating sausages.
Well, and this is the thing that I love about deboning a turkey, and I'm going to come back to this full circle. Just because you can take away how long does it take to cook a turkey? Like a full turkey. It takes a long time, right?
Because
it's
like
a very big
5
bird.
hours or
Could
something.
easily be 5 hours. And there's always the fear that you're going to get the white meat is going to be really dry.
Right,
And then the dark meat's going to be undercooked and someone's going to get salmonella poisoning, right?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Like that's the fear, right? Not that happens that often, but there's always that worry. Did I cook the dark meat and you end up drying out the light meat? So that's why I love this. Just deboning is a lot more work, but it's something you don't have to do the day of. Like, here's the trick: is you take this turkey and you basically debone the whole thing. And there's lots of videos
without hundreds of people. I mean, if you think about it, doing it around the table.
Yeah.
That is stressful.
Exactly. Everyone's there. People are sharing gifts, trying to do this. You do this a month ahead of time.
Really?
You get a turkey, you buy the turkey when it's at cheapest time, right?
Nice.
Like not at Christmas time when everyone's demanding a turkey.
Yeah.
You get it a little bit early in the year. You break it all down, you roll it, you stuff it, and then you basically put it in the freezer. And it's sitting there. And then just before Christmas, you pull it out 3 days beforehand, put it in your fridge, let it thaw. Christmas Day comes along. You throw it in the oven. It's going to take an hour and a half, 2 hours at most to cook all the way through. It's going to cook super evenly, consistent. All you need is a thermometer. You can stick it right in the middle. You're not having to make sure you not hit a joint and get the thickest part of meat because it's just right in the middle.
Yeah.
You're going to hit that 74 degrees. It's cooked all the way through. You're going to let it set, rest.
Celsius.
I
was thinking, whoa, that's... Okay, what is that? So it has to be 165. Yes, okay.
There you go.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, remember all that stress of you're the man of the house trying to carve that turkey and you're not the sharpest carving person and you're trying to do all this nice cuts and maybe your knife's a little dull. Well, this is easy because it's a nice roll and you just do straight cuts right down the middle of it.
Easy.
And it's easy to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And this is something that like a lot of restaurants do. It's like what caterers do it. Everyone, because you can do up a huge amount of turkey. You can slice and cut it really quick and easy. It's a lot of work up front, but service time when it counts, when you want to get that food out fast and get it out hot, that's when you're going to win.
It's so
every
important,
time.
Isn't it?
And the thing is, too, is like when you put a turkey in your oven, it takes up the whole oven.
So what do you think about having Christmas with, maybe you've got aging parents, plenty of us. I mean, no one's parents aren't aging.
Yeah.
So, and you want to take a little bit off. Do you say it's a good idea for a potluck or for everyone to bring a little bit with them?
You know what? I'm starting to get into that potlucky kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know it's always been a big tradition in my family is we move the dinner every year, right? It goes to a different
is that
household.
right?
Yeah. So, and I'm lucky that I have a lot of family in the valley.
Do you ever do it in your flat?
I have never done it in my flat.
Wow, okay.
Because luckily when it was my turn, my father donated his kitchen to me.
Nice. I was just imagining all of your family. Yeah. It's a nice big flat, but not maybe with 20 Frasers.
Exactly. 24 Frasers and such in there. It's
and
a
you're
little
tall
tight.
people.
Exactly.
You're a tall people. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, that's just sort of where I like to think about it. So take the stress out of the dinner. And a lot of these recipes, I mean, definitely if you want to check out some of these recipes, they're on the Farmers Market website. You can just go on there, check out the back to basics.
Yeah.
And all of these recipes are stuff you can do at the same time.
Brilliant.
Like the roasted squash, we put our turkey in, we put in the roasted squash right underneath it, let it roast up in the same oven, right? So you can keep everything together. When your turkey's sitting there resting and you pull it out, you can throw in kalettes, and on your pot, you can get the cabbage braising up.
All right, quick question for you. Quick 5 questions. What's the favourite thing in a Christmas dinner?
Oh, that's everyone. Everyone's a little bit different, right? My thing, I just love a nice piece of turkey.
Yeah, you're on the turkey.
Yeah, I always love
with
nice
some
turkey
gravy.
Yeah.
Worst
part, I'm gonna say, and I do it every year. The old fruit pudding.
The fruit pudding.
Yeah, we just made some at the college actually, like the Dundee cake, fruit cake.
Oh, like the one you set alight.
Yeah,
like the Christmas pudding.
Yeah, Christmas pudding.
You don't like it?
I'm not the biggest fan of it.
That smell, though. I mean, it is pure Christmas.
It is pure Christmas, and I get it, and I love it. But the flavors together in my mouth, it just sets me off sometimes.
It's quite rich. All right,
it is super rich. So a little bit of it is okay, but a large piece, it always is takes me down.
All right,
and I've always taken too much down too, so that's a little.
All right, mashed potato or roast potatoes?
Ooh, you know what? For turkey, I'm always about nice mashed potatoes.
Interesting. That's a North American thing.
It is totally North American.
Minute you go over to Europe, it's all roast.
Well, and that's part of with roasting your turkey whole in the oven. You throw all your roasted vegetables around it so they can crisp up. Here in North America, we like some North America. we like a little bit of gravy on top of there, and nothing like mashed potatoes and gravy, right? So,
all right, well that's it. Thanks, John. That was an interesting one.
Yeah, I
feel
fun
very
there.
Christmassy now. Yeah.
You know what? And I hope you have a really good vacation.
Thank you.
And I will be missing you. And
Thank you.
Our time here.
Yeah. So, we're not gonna do anything over the.
Well, we'll see if we can get a couple podcasts up in there. I know there's a couple things happening around that we'll be getting the microphone, and maybe that's where we can.
Okay, so for you, and
maybe we can do a podcast there. You at 4 a.m. and me at whatever time at night, and do a little what it's like to be at a chippy.
That could be funny. I would love to do that. Yeah. It's gonna be it's. Because I think the food is the same, and it's definitely not every time I go back.
Right.
They call it a Heathrow injection. You put on a cool 12 pounds in,
of course.
A week. So we'll see. But no, that sounds great. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you very much. We're not going to say Merry Christmas because there's more to come before Christmas. But let's call that the Christmas episode.
Christmas episode done.
Right. Thanks again to the wonderful people at 98.9 Jet FM, the Comox Valley's Best Rock. They let us use their studio. They're lovely festive studio with some lovely lights.
That's right.
So we really appreciate it, and we'll see you very soon. Cheers for now. I'm Realtor William Stringer.
And I'm Chef Jonathan Fraser.